We're back on YouTube. How are you doing? Daniel Moore here. That's Tommy Larkins.
Hello, Dan. I am back again to talk more animated movies with you.
I've got you back for good.
Want you back? Not wash you back. Want you back.
Okay. Tommy, animated April.
Yes.
What have you got for us?
So I've got the, I'm still sticking with that Disney Renaissance area.
Yep.
I wanted to go for one that doesn't get talked about that much, and that film is 1998's Mulan. Have you heard of Mulan?
Yep.
It's the
Heard of it, but not seen it.
It's the it's an old China tale about a woman who has to basically cross-dress as a man to be let into the army so she can fight in this war to protect her family.
Okay.
So it's a really, really interesting story. This film sits pretty damn high on the Disney list of underappreciated animated films. Here's the quick plot summary.
Yep.
In ancient China, Fa Mulan is a young woman who seems to be pretty clumsy and cannot fit into the community that her family pushes her into so that she can bring the family honour.
Right.
Once the evil Huns invade China, one man from every family must contribute to the war, which includes Mulan's frail father, who is the only man in their family, and refuses to bring dishonour by not attending the war. Mulan takes matters into her own hands and disguises herself as a man to gain entry into the army with assistance of her animal friends Mushu and Quickie. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, Mulan becomes China's only chance of survival against the Huns' invasion.
Wow.
So right off the bat, this film is very entertaining, especially thanks to Eddie Murphy bringing extra life to the small dragon character Mushu. Shrek.
Eddie Murphy, donkey. There's a link going on here. Or dragons, rather.
Remember, this is a good 3 years before Shrek. So for all we know, this animated film could be what inspired DreamWorks to chase Murphy for his famous role as Donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, there's one way to look at life, isn't there? There's pre-Shrek and post-Shrek, isn't there?
Yeah, that's how you define life. So, hang on. Let's just break this down just a little bit then here. So.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy.
Uh-huh.
Donkey.
Yep.
Huge role, huge character. Everybody knows the character. Everybody knows.
But I always forget what animal he is.
No, you don't.
No.
This is the thing. You mentioned to me not long ago on this very YouTube channel about how DreamWorks came about.
Yep.
Being a breakup of Disney.
Yes.
So
from Pixar.
From Pixar.
Yeah.
So Pixar within the Disney area. You don't know who's got whose phone numbers here.
Yes, yeah, that's
another thing to consider.
That's certainly a good conspiracy to look into as well, because clearly.
All off my own head as well.
Well, I think after what happened in Aladdin with Robin Williams, this big, famous comedian being put into it, that kind of started the craze where every animated film had a comedian voice a certain character just to bring extra life to it.
It works though.
Yeah. It does work. And Eddie Murphy's hilarious. So hats off to him.
He's the guy, isn't he?
He's great. Yeah, and he brings extra life into Shrek as well. But that's another review. The songs are extremely catchy as well. "Make a Man Out of You" is a motivational wonder tune that gets you in the zone to work out / succeed. And "Reflection" is the classic "I Want" song that all Disney princesses sing at the beginning of their films, but it does help you feel / root for the titular character. Similar in Beauty and the Beast, Belle's song, when she wants something, she wants adventure, she wants something like that, and that's what she ends up getting. Same with Little Mermaid. Part of that world, I think that's the name of the song is that she sings, and that's about wanting to be part of the land, of Earth, and again, all Disney films have this to a degree. This film does naturally what movies try too hard to do today, and I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I know you're going with this.
To show that women can lead films and have the audience root for her to save the day. You don't need empowering, forced dialogue or speeches that were inserted by an out-of-touch studio. All you need is a character that the audience, despite the gender of the viewer, can relate to and naturally root for.
Yeah.
From what I have heard...
you do with Lara Croft.
Yeah. From what I have heard, the 2020 live-action remake of Mulan went for the former and failed more because of it. Whereas in this film, I root for Mulan from the start because her character is written so well, and you want her to succeed from the get-go.
Yep.
The ending scene where all of China, the Emperor included, bow to Mulan is my favourite scene in the film, as it's the classic ending to the hero's journey trope, combined with overwhelming music. Very Return of the King, which, as you know, is my favourite movie of all time.
I'm aware.
Because that ends with the whole kingdom bowing to their saviour, who's just the everyday person, you know, and it's such...
Like you in a cape.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, you put yourself into these situations in your mind, in your imagination when you're watching these films, and that's another reason why you relate to these characters. Any criticism I have are very minor with this film. The ruthless Hun's leader, Shang Yu, doesn't pack as much of a screen punch entertainment-wise as a villain, going by previous Disney villains, like Ursula the Sea Witch, Jafar, Scar, or Hades from Hercules. But it's no less... there isn't much that I'd complain about, really. He's still an imposing villain. He just doesn't have that charm like those previous ones does. So, to close, Mulan is a wonderful animated film that contains themes of knowing your inner worth as well as not knowing your inner strength. It has the typical Disney cliches like the woman wanting adventure and having talking animal friends, but the execution of the story/dialogue is still done to tremendous effect nonetheless. So, on that note, Dan, I am rating Mulan 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, pretty good going.
It's certainly a childhood classic for me. As you know, I can't just let nostalgia run my review, though. I need to analyse it as a film, but nonetheless, still an enjoyable rewatch.
There you have it. Well, thank you for that, Tommy.
No worries.
Loving having you here for Animated April.
Yes.
So not far away is May. Marvel May.
So we're going to be talking superhero films for that.
Gathered.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
have you seen a single superhero movie by Marvel?
Oh, yes.
You have?
I've seen a few of them.
Have you?
Only one of them I like, and we will get to that when we crack the lid on it, Mr. Tommy.
Sadly, we can't talk about The Incredibles. You know this, right?
Yes, I do know that.
Sadly.
Yes, very sadly, of course, because that's a great film.
It is.
Very
It's a
great
masterpiece.
film. Well, anyway, you over there, you can go and follow this one on Letterboxd.
Yep. The name is Larkins95 on there, so feel free to look up my reviews. You can look them up on there. You can comment on them. Tell me what I may have missed. Maybe even add some criticism.
Yeah,
I
you can review
that.
Tommy. You can review Tommy.
You can review my reviews.
Yeah, review the reviews. Yeah, love that. And, of course, you can like, comment, subscribe, and you can give Tommy plenty of abuse in the comments section below here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you will do.
Thank you. I welcome it all.
Oh, yes, he does love it. Right, thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for having me, and roll on next week as we continue our YouTube reviews.
See you soon.